What if I told you that giant rocks can move across the desert completely on their own? Not just a few inches. Some of these massive stones travel dozens of meters, leaving long trails behind them as if someone had dragged them across the ground. For decades, this mystery puzzled scientists from around the world. Some believed powerful winds were responsible. Others suggested mysterious natural forces or even phenomena that couldn't be explained. But the truth turned out to be far more fascinating than anyone expected. Today, we're heading into California's Death Valley to uncover the incredible story of one of nature's greatest mysteries, the moving stones. This extraordinary phenomenon takes place at Racetrack Playa, a vast dry lakebed deep inside Death Valley National Park in the United States. At first glance, it looks completely ordinary. A perfectly flat landscape stretching for miles. Almost no vegetation. No water. Just endless silence. But if you take a closer look, you'll notice something unusual. Long trails etched into the dry surface. And at the end of each trail sits a massive rock. It looks as if someone dragged these heavy stones across the desert for hundreds of feet. Yet there are no footprints. No tire tracks. Nothing that could explain how they got there. And that's where the mystery begins. When people first noticed these moving stones, they could hardly believe what they were seeing. Some of the rocks weighed dozens or even hundreds of kilograms. Yet somehow, they occasionally changed position, leaving long tracks behind them. Over the years, countless theories were proposed. Some believed strong desert winds were powerful enough to push the rocks. Others thought the muddy surface became slippery enough for them to slide. The mystery became so famous that people even suggested everything from magnetic forces to alien activity. But every theory had the same problem. No one had ever witnessed the rocks moving with their own eyes. And so, the mystery remained unsolved for decades. Determined to uncover the truth, scientists spent years studying Racetrack Playa. They carefully recorded the position of each rock. They measured air temperatures. They monitored wind speeds. Some rocks were even fitted with GPS tracking devices. But for months, absolutely nothing happened. The stones never moved. Just when it seemed the mystery might never be solved, nature finally decided to reveal its secret. In late 2013, researchers witnessed the moment they had been waiting for. And what they saw surprised the entire scientific community. As it turns out, these enormous rocks aren't moved by violent storms or mysterious supernatural forces. Instead, they're set in motion by a very rare combination of natural conditions. During winter, a thin layer of water forms across the dry lakebed. As temperatures drop overnight, that water freezes into an incredibly thin sheet of ice. When the morning sun rises, the ice begins to crack into large floating panels. At just the right moment, a gentle but steady breeze slowly pushes those ice sheets across the surface. The rocks, trapped within the ice, are carried along so slowly that the movement is almost impossible to notice. They may travel only a few meters in an hour, yet the trails they leave behind can remain visible for months or even years. After decades of searching, scientists had finally solved one of nature's most fascinating mysteries. Even today, however, the conditions are so rare that very few people have ever witnessed the phenomenon in person. Today, we finally know the secret behind the moving stones. But somehow, the explanation makes this place even more remarkable. For decades, one of nature's most extraordinary phenomena unfolded in a location visited by countless people, yet almost no one ever saw it happen. There were no engines, no human hands, no unexplained supernatural forces. Just ice, water, and wind coming together at exactly the right moment. Sometimes, nature doesn't hide its greatest secrets behind impossible mysteries. It simply asks us to be patient enough to witness them. And perhaps some of the world's most incredible wonders aren't hidden in distant places after all. Maybe they're simply waiting for someone to be there at exactly the right time.